Hello everybody, Mr. here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Heavensward. In the last episode, we continued working on our quests here in Camp Cloudtop, working on some of the side quests, basically running some errands and helping the camp commander here get some work done, and some of the various members of the camp here get some work done. But in that process, the young Lord Eminelaine decided that sentry duty wasn't for him and demanded to be given a better assignment, something more important. And so the base commander decided to send us out to grab some crystals that had the properties of being able to draw water out of the air, which would help provide potable water for the camp. So we went ahead and did that, and unfortunately, the young lord got himself captured by the local beast tribe, the Vanu, and so we had to cut a swath of destruction through the Vanu camp to rescue him and get him out of there. However, ultimately, Sid had to show up with the Enterprise to pull our butts out of the fire there, and but we managed to get back to Camp Cloudtop here. And rather than being humbled by the whole experience, the young Eminelaine has decided that this whole incident is a great way of hopefully getting the attention of the young, pretty female commander of the base. I don't think it's going to go well for him. Alright, so we're still in Camp Cloudtop. We still have a few things left to do here, so we're going to continue working on stuff. And given that we're near the Aetheryte, or actually in the Aetheryte Plaza itself, there's a few things nearby that we can actually do for side quests. So let's head up here for the next stage of the bargaining chip quest, which is this one. Speak with Faberlé. What were we doing here again? Let's see. The subtle form of demotion has left them disheartened, carrying out their duties. Oh yeah, he wants better provisions, better food to help improve morale in the area. Because this is basically the backwater assignment that people who have served out their usefulness kind of get sent to. At least that's the prevailing opinion of the place. So let's go ahead and talk with Faberlé and see what he can say here. You want what for this camp? Heartier meals? Don't tell me. Gildan sent you, didn't he? It is no small feat having supplies shipped here, you know. Even the wealthiest nobles will be hard-pressed to afford constant deliveries of fresh foods to a place such as this. It simply cannot be done. If he's so dissatisfied with our provisions, he should forage and cook for himself. A number of our men are already doing just that. He is always one to overindulge in his eating, and I fear hunger is clouding his judgment. But he's mistaken if he thinks I can freely request shipments of goods as I please. Might I ask a favor of you? Cloudtop is known for a nutritious and surprisingly filling variety of mushroom. I'd like you to find one and give it to Gildan for me. Perhaps then he'll find a way to sate his appetite on his own and leave me be. Okay, we can look for said mushroom. And down here we have the turn-in for the Way of the Dodo, which we just had to kill a bunch of the various dodo creatures in the area to prevent them, well, to help cull their population because they're raiding the camp's crops. There he is. You've taken care of the Gastronus? Splendid. Were you able to procure the meat as well? Indeed I was. It's been sitting in my bag for a while. My thanks, my friend. My men will be glad for this bounty of fresh meat. Salted meats are perfectly fine in moderation, but we often long for foods with a bit more flavor, and thanks to you, we have struck two birds with one stone. Our men have fresh meat for the fire, and we've earned a respite from the Gastronus. Yes, fresh meat. Alright, so we have a reward long and coming, which is the main story quest. We need to speak to Leniate. And we have the bargaining ship quest. And I think that it would be best to kind of hit the main story quest first, and then proceed to bargaining ship, and then bring that back to the Rose house there, and turn it in. And then I think we'll probably be done for this area for now. As I was saying before, this is a huge zone, and we are going to be back doing a lot of questing here over the course of this expansion. So, this is just kind of our first taste of the zone at the moment. And as always, we're just going to ride past everything that's trying to kill us, because we're a lot faster than they are on our Chocobo. I will try to avoid combat if I can. Though we are actually getting pretty close to level 51. That's pretty good. Oh, there's a whole bunch of people here. Ah, praise Helone, I feared the worst. What happened out there? A primal? Are you sure? Ah, yes, we did run into the Bismarck primal. Yet, now that I think on it, this Bismarck is reminiscent to the white whale of Vanu legend, a massive creature said to swim in the sea of clouds. From what I have learned of comparable summonings, the presence of the Vanu's god would certainly explain the sudden change in their behavior toward the people of Camp Cloudtop. You mean to say they have fallen under the primal's influence? I recall reading of such things in the documents provided by Master Alphino. Are you forgetting something important, Lady Leniate? A little recognition for the hero of the hour, a few choice expressions of gratitude, respect, admiration, and so on? Why, yes. You are right, of course. Mistress Chatsurugi deserves all that and more, for having risked her life to rescue such an esteemed personage. Well, if there is naught else to discuss, I would depart for Ishgard forthwith. The Holy See and the Temple Knights must be informed of this new threat without delay. But of course, Mistress Chatsurugi, you have done more than enough here. Pray return to Ishgard with Lord Harshafont, and give my warmest regards to the Count. So that's it then? No more forays in enemy territory? Very well, I can see my services are no longer needed. Take care, Lady Leniate. May our next meeting take place under more felicitous circumstances. All's well that ends well, eh? To the airship landing then, we can speak on the journey home. But I still have one thing to do before I head back to the airship landing. Or back in Ishgard. I can just teleport myself there. Let's go find this mushroom that we've been tasked with locating. Can I get around this guy? There you go. There is the cloud mushroom. Perfect. Now, how much you want to bet something's going to attack me here? No? Oh. That's a surprise. Alright. Back to Gildan and give him this mushroom and see what he thinks. Where was he? He was this way, right? Yes. There he is. So, how did you fare? Do you think Faberlet has come around to see things our way? Not exactly. My, what a delectable looking mushroom you have there. So round, so plump. I appreciate the offering, but why did you bring this to me? What of Faberlet? He said, what? How absurd to think I would make such a request for selfish gains. The future of Camp Cloudtop is not to be taken lightly. That's not to say that I'm not hungry, mind you. I guess I cannot depend on him to help make change after all. I'll have to think of something else. Maybe sauteed mushrooms or mushroom soup? What? Oh, I'm merely thinking of, meals for the men. Yeah, yes, of course. Oh, and he actually has another quest for us. Alright, let's have another chat. Ah, and we're going to get some earrings out of this. Very good, because the accessories that we're currently wearing are built for tanks, not damage, so this should help. Alright, Gildan requires aid to be embolden his comrades. Alright, if I cannot improve morale through food, then I will have to take more drastic measures. Yes, some heroic feat to rally the men and enliven their spirits, as they say. It is the idle man who is the miserable man. And for our man of Ishgard, what can be more heroic than slaying a dragon? They say Camp Cloudtop is devoid of dragons, making it perfect for men of our lowly standing, but surely at least one dragon has found its way to this region, no? I cannot leave my post just yet, so I must ask that you take up the search until I am able. First, I suggest speaking with the men around camp for a lead. When you've tracked one down, report back to me. I shall gather the men and head out to slay the foul beast. Gather information on dragon sightings. Alright, where am I going to be doing this? Back in camp, alright? I'll just teleport over there, quickest way. Alright. Harm yet? You're looking for dragons? Ha! They wouldn't have assigned us here if they suspected such danger. We had the Vanner to contend with from time to time, but even we can handle the likes of them. But now that I think about it, recently we've been finding what looked like the scraps of something feeding on the local wildlife. But surely it was not the work of a dragon, right? Alright, let's see. Who else might have some clues for us? Caribou? Dragons? Here near Camp Cloudtop? I'm afraid you'd be wasting your time. What business would dragons have here? Okay. And then on the actual airship. Who are we talking here? Jalmanforest? That's an interesting name there. Alright. When working to repair the Protector, I cannot help but feel that something is watching us. Whoever, or whatever it is, I wonder why they would concern themselves with a broken airship. Search the area for suspicious activity. And it's way out there. Okay. So what I might do is just go ahead and pause recording for just a moment while I head out there, and we'll be back once I'm in the vicinity. Okay, I am in the vicinity. So we need to find what it is that we're looking for. Hopefully it will be a shiny, glowy thing on the ground, and it will be hard to miss. But sometimes they do like to make it difficult. A Vanu Scout. Well, well, well. Hello. Still no change. The field is calm, like, Surprise. Let's take this guy down here. Alright, report to Gildan. It was just some Vanu scouts, apparently. That'll be so nice when I can fly. But, getting the ability to fly in these zones is not exactly a simple process. And perhaps this will be his last quest for the moment? We'll see. Though I wouldn't be surprised if he has another one in his chain. Alright, how goes the search? Any word on dragons in Cloud Top? Not really. No dragons, only Vanu? Well, I expected as much, to be sure, but I'm no less disappointed for it. What could they be watching? There's naught here of interest save for the Protector, and even that is still in sore need of repairs. Do they perceive it to be a threat? At any rate, there is little glory won from a scuffle with Vanu, but mark my words, I will find a way to rekindle the fire in our men's hearts. And I will grab those earrings of slaying, I believe is what I'm looking for. Casting, healing, aiming, strength, direct hit, critical hit. Yep, that's what I want. Okay, what? Why didn't it accept? Did I press the wrong button? Hold on. I think I may have hit decline by accident. Complete. Complete is what I want. Yes, there we go. And yep, we're going to swap out our earrings, equip, and I'm going to go ahead and glamour these with the Emperor's new earrings. Remove their visuals, because I don't particularly care for them. Alright. Nope, he has no further quests for us. Alright, so back to the pillars. And speaking with Harsherfall and Ishgard. So let's head to the Foundation. There we are. And then we're going to use the Aethernet to head to the Astrologicum. And then we'll have our chat with Harshafont. I confess, I've always been rather fond of airship travel. The chill of the wind upon your face, the warmth of the blood pumping in your veins from the excitement. I find the whole experience indescribably invigorating. Or may happen simply the joy of having cheated death yet again. In any event, I must make for the congregation and inform Sir Emmerich of all that has occurred. Emmeline should have returned to the manor by now. Why not go and see if he has recovered from his ordeal? I'm sure he has. Either that, or he's getting berated by his father for his recklessness. Let's see. The Last Vigil. Alright, talking to the guard to let us in the manor. Alright. Oh, it's you, Ayame. God, did he have to strike me so hard? I called it. Father, he did not approve of how I handled matters in Camp Cloudtop, how I endangered the lives of others through my own recklessness and incompetence. And it's not easy playing the hero, is it? Alright, some materia, strength, vitality, dex. I guess we'll take strength materia. It's worth more to sell than it is to use, I would think. Alright. A Tyrell? Lord Tyrell is less than eager to brief you on his mission. Alright, so what do you have for us? Let us begin anew. Mistress Yatsurigi, I am Sir Tyrell de Forton, eldest son of Count Edmond de Forton. Yes, I know this. You will forgive me my outburst, I hope. I mean no disrespect. I merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, unlike some. Harshafont has spoken of you often. If you're even half the woman he claims, I shall be glad to have you at my side. To the matter at hand, then. We will be assisting my esteemed compatriots of houses Durandare and Dismail. You are aware of our friendly rivalry, I take it? Aye. Well, suffice it to say, the prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me with joy. However, it is the will of the Holy See that we set aside our differences at this crucial juncture, but we shall speak more of that anon. First, we must need secure transport to Falcon's Nest. Let us make for the Chocobo Stables in the Foundation. Alright, so the Chocobo Stables. And we're heading off to Falcon's Nest. Alright, so I'm trying to remember where the Chocobo Stables exactly are. Let's just head to the Aetherite Plaza and then we can take it from there. The Sky Steel Manufactory would have been a better option. Alright, there's A Tyrell and the Chocobo Keep. Greetings, Mistress Yatsurugi. I have saddled a black chocobo for your journey to the Western Highlands as per Lord A Tyrell's instructions. This will be your first time riding a black chocobo, may I ask? If so, you're in for a treat, as I dare say you know this particular breed can fly. Given the right conditions, they can carry you quite high too, even over Snowcloak. You needn't worry about directing the bird, of course. Like all porters, she's trained to carry you to your destination all by herself, so just relax and enjoy the view. Oh, and be sure not to relax your grip, will you? 2 hands on the reins at all times, if you please. Yes.
To the frozen wastes of the Western Highlands, once verdant tracts made pallid by the calamity. Beyond the towering wall of ice, to lands long forsaken that the knights of Ishgard strove tirelessly to reclaim. To the hamlet of Falcon's Nest, once abandoned, now freed of its pall of snow and ash, she came.
Alright, so there is A Tyrell. Let's go ahead and talk to him. No, not the Chocobo Keep. Alright, the world looks quite different when viewed from the back of an airborne chocobo, does it not? I still find the experience strangely liberating. To business. Sir Redwold is in charge here. He should be expecting us. And there he is. Let's have a chat. It has been far, far too long, Lord A Tyrell. And who might your companion be? Pray forgive us our lateness, Sir Redwold. I present to you Ayame Yatsurugi, Ward of House Forton. Ah, yes, of course. Lord Driamont spoke of you. I, Sir Redwold of House Durandare, so do bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest. We are both eager to contribute to the settlement's restoration. How may we be of service? Before we speak of that, would I be correct in assuming that Mistress Yatsurugi is unfamiliar with our recent history? Then, with your permission, I shall recount the tale for her benefit. As you may know, Falcon's Nest was once a hamlet with a small garrison of knights and some few villagers, and then came the calamity. When it became clear that the snow would not stop falling, we had no choice but to order a complete withdrawal. The settlement and the entirety of the Western Highlands were to be abandoned. Abandoned to the heretics, Lady Iceheart and her kind have walked these lands with impunity ever since. Aye, but no longer. The Holy See has commanded the reclamation of the Western Highlands and the expulsion of heretical elements. Falcon's Nest is key to accomplishing these objectives, but as you can see, rebuilding the hamlet will be no small undertaking. Our craftsmen require support and protection. Any assistance you can offer will be greatly appreciated. As promised, we of House Forton are at your disposal, Sir Redwold. You need but tell us where to begin. Very well. Complete. Level up! Level 51. Very nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to Redwold again and see what he needs us to do. Alright, so Redwold would have you assist the craftsmen rebuilding the fortifications of Falcon's Nest, alright? Several craftsmen in service to House Dismile are contributing to the restoration of Falcon's Nest. These men and women are quite skilled at building and repairing fortifications, but their progress has been hampered by a number of factors. Roth, their foreman, tells me he has need of a woman of your talents. Would you be so kind as to seek him out? Very well. But before we do much else, let's go ahead and have a go at that Aetheryte. Get ourselves attuned. There we are. Alright, and there are 2 side quests in the area as well. But let's find Roth and see what he needs. There he is. Yes, I'm Roth, and who might you be? Ah, the promised help. Glad to have you aboard. I have the honor of overseeing this fine mess you see before you. Sent me over on one of them black birds, same as you, to build and mend and tell others how to build and mend. But fury take me this ice. It's bloody unnatural how fast it forms. It's icicle sprites, I tell you. Mark my words, there's pockets of them here and there just waiting for me to turn my back so they can sneak out and do their dirty work. So I need you to search the hamlet and put an end to it. If you stand watch long enough, you're sure to find them. Okay. That's something I can do. What we'll do is we'll actually head up here because there is a side quest as well as this main quest. Let's go ahead and wait at the destination. Oh, hold on. Beat by Chocobo. There we go. All right. Third eye, reduce the amount of damage I take on the next attack. I believe. Reduce the amount of damage taken by the next attack by 10%. Okay, it's not a ton, but it's something. Alright. Let's talk to you. Ariane? Ariane is what I'll go with. Ariane is lost in thought. I look worried, you say? Nothing of the sort. I was simply thinking about something. The rebuilding of Falcon's Nest, in fact. The damage from the calamity and the freezing winds it brought with it was tremendous. Even the rats fled, driven out by the cold. With the imposter Guillaume dealt with, we can move forward with the rebuilding of the fortifications. I'm truly delighted and proud to be part of it, but it's no simple task. The heretics' various supporters are obviously still a major concern, and the high houses still have their squabbles and their disputes with the citizenry. Frankly, there's no end to the difficulties we face. Just yesterday, some valuable supplies went missing, stolen from within this very fortress right beneath our noses. We have no leads, and we don't have the resources to scour the highlands looking for these supplies. But if you happen to see a group of suspicious-looking fellows carrying a large crate with them, it may well be our stolen goods. Please recover them for us. Yes, I will keep my eyes out for suspicious-looking people carrying large quantities of goods. That is a highly detailed description. Let's see. I think it's actually going to be up here. Though, to be honest, they will probably be helpfully labeled as suspicious-looking people when I run across them. Alright. Let's look for those icicle sprites. These things are fairly easy to kill, fortunately. Alright, and we do have another quest giver. Are they up here? Doesn't appear to be, actually. I could have swore they were up here. No. I think they're actually down here and in there, if I recall correctly. Alright, yes. Okay. War Tyrell. Alright, the War Tyrell grows worried about the supply stores at Falcon's Nest. Alright, you'd like to help out, would you? I suppose there is something you might be able to lend a hand with. Rather short on foodstuffs. There are plenty of Steinbucks wandering around just outside the forest. Please slay a few of them and bring me their meat. I'd say 3 should be enough for the time being. It's horrible stuff. It's tough. It's tough like boot leather and tastes like it too. We can't afford to be picky around here, especially not with our food stores looking the way they do. Alright, another kill local wildlife and gather their meat quest. Should be simple enough. Alright, was that all of the side quests that are available? Yes. Just need to find this last group of sprites. There they are. Alright, there we go. Piece of cake. Let's go ahead and deliver this back to Roth. Let him know that the sprites have been dealt with. Now there's a woman what looks like she found her marks. You're just the sort we need around here, the kind that'll hop to when she sees a task undone. And what do we have? We have fending, maiming, striking. I think that's the one we want. We'll grab it. I'm not sure we're actually going to wear it because, again, it probably is exactly the same as what we have, pretty much. Okay, but I'll still grab it anyway. Maybe we'll use it for glamour at some point. I haven't even taken a look at what it looks like yet, so. Alright, good help is hard to find, a sad truth that Roth knows well. You're a dab hand at Warcraft, I can tell. Not that I have any skill at arms to speak of, mind, but it doesn't take an expert to recognize expertise. Be a waste to keep you to myself when there are others what need help, same as me. So if you're keen to help, keen to keep on doing what you've done, I'd ask you to head north to the Pike, the bloody huge statue out in the wastes, if you've never been. Mason by the name of Thiermont is out there tending to the thing. Good man, Thiermont, but I reckon he's taken on too much work for one. Might be there something you can do for him. Sure. I'll see what I can do. Alright, so what do we got? We have contingency supplies, which is slay, Steinbox, and obtain meat. Stolen goods, we're looking for the suspicious individuals. And we have the first and foremost, which we're helping out Mr. Thiermont at the Pike. Alright, let me just check something. Okay, so it looks like we're probably at a good spot, actually, to go ahead and end the episode here. So when we come back, we'll venture out of Falcon's Nest into the Carthus Western Highlands and see what business we can get ourselves involved in. Alright, so we will work on that next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.